Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Pratiksha De, and it's really nice to see you all smiling here. So I have two poems, and I'll start now. The title of the poem is Boundaries. I'm audible, right? Yeah. Boundaries. I was always reminded how the boundaries are binding, under the walls of which I will remain safe and sound. Never knowing its dimension that they have mentioned, I was bound to build circles and squares of limitations, safety at this cost of boundaries. What safe is? What safe is? Maybe safe was this ice cream in my hand, or the hands which were trying to touch me. Maybe safe were the chocolates after school, or every inappropriate places he was into. Maybe safe was my skirt in my vest, or without the skirt it's still the same. Maybe safe were my parents, or the people around the boundary whom they let come in. After all, everything was safe and sound inside this radius. I was a kid and things happened. I was a kid and things happened within this parameter. I thought it's just another play, when from inside it's a sleigh. But the walls were safe, right? The things I went through were a part of the safety net. Pressed to death were my scars. Pressed to death were my scars. Still I considered myself safe and sound under the walls. Maybe my body had no boundaries. Thank you. So this was my first poem, and I'll start my second poem, which is for my pet bird. It is an eulogy for my pet bird. He died recently, and I have written a poem for him. So I hope you like it. When you first came, I was skeptical of keeping you as my pet. After all, we can have pet dogs and pet cats, but not pet birds. Birds are bound to have no boundaries. How could I keep you in a built-in cage? It can never be your home. Your home is the sky. On my father's persistence, I agreed to let you live with us in our home. You, little creature, with those yellow spikes in your head, you, my beautiful cockatiel, were my father's lovely possession. He loved you like his own kid. Mother fed you like she used to feed us. Brother used to play with you. I was jealous, but I loved you. You used to wake us up to your monotone and sometimes singing some unknown lullabies. Soon, two lovebirds came to accompany you. I exclaimed, my home is not less than a zoo. You happily intermingle with those blue and green parrots. You were a harbinger of peace, but your companions were immersed in love and talked gibberish. I cherished all three of you. I'm talking about my three birds, okay? So sometimes seeing all three of you longing for the sky, it makes me sad. We are cruel beings, harnessing your freedom as our possession. Wings remained useless for you. Sky was just a mere utopia, born to live in a caged life. I can't let this happen, my conscience shouts. If it's possible, I will be their savior, to give freedom to their flights. So, one fine morning, what I did, it's true what I did, without letting my parents know, I came to their rescue. The cockatiel and the two lovebirds all were set in my eyes. I was delighted to give them what they longed for. I acted like a warrior, opening their cage. At first, the birds were not used to what was happening. They were not sure what was happening. I tried to make them move. The cockatiel was unaware, but the two lovebirds came out of the cage. I looked at you, the cockatiel, again. He was a star in my eye, and I remembered how much my father loved him. I didn't let him go. I kept him close. So what I did, I kept the cockatiel close and I let the two birds come in to fly. Okay. So what have I done? I gave them freedom, right? I gave them freedom, which they longed for. But when I saw those two lovebirds to whom I gave freedom, I was not sure what I had done. They were unable to fly, scared to death of the sudden change which I have brought in their life. They were tiny, unaware of this cruel world. What have I done? My heart pounded. They can't make a flight. Is this called freedom? They don't know what freedom is. Everything went wrong. I tried to push them so they can make a flight. They tried and finally they were able to fly. And trust me, it was not the most beautiful thing what I have imagined. It was not beautiful at all. They were struggling with every flight, but soon realized the power to deflect gravity. The bluebird went first and disappeared in the sky. The green bird still not able to cope up. The caged world was her world, helplessly trying to fly with the wind. With a little push of mine, she was able to go in a different direction towards the same sky. They both went away to the same sky helplessly in different ways. So the cockatiel was there and the two lovebirds were gone in two different directions. Now only you were there without any company. You were reverberating calls to let you be free. But I can't take another risk. I don't know those two birds are alive or not. To whom I prized freedom. I don't know what are they doing, what are they up to. Those human interferences, those predators, the tough environment, the scarce food, all might have killed them. I was scared. Freedom comes with a cost. I can't take this cost of danger. Everything was back to normal. My parents scolded me at first and lamented over the circumstances that the lovebirds will now face. Gave a staunch warning of not to touch the cockatiel again. You were taken care of. Days passed by. Years came by. You sang songs of freedom. Last night I heard your last song. Past 2 days had been tough for you. You were suffering from some unknown disease or some trauma or some suffering, I don't know. You were not in the right state. Worried to see your condition, my father tried his level best to give you treatments, to let you live another day in a cage. But you lost the zeal. You just tried to sing the last song that will kill you. Unable to fly and eat, you passed away that night. This unknown string of attachment is still there. It will still be with me forever. We cried over this loss. You were bright as the sunlight, melodious and sweet. I could have given you freedom. But I chose not to. Life is tough, whether in a cage or out there. Freedom is just so relative, which we will never understand. I just see the empty cage near the window now. My tears bring the reflection of you. How did you love the sky so much? How did you love the sky so much when this freedom could have killed you? And now you are dead. Thank you.